It's Britney, bitch.
We're currently in the Britney Spears caravan. That is what I'm calling it, the Free Britney caravan. It's a little uncomfortable, you know? I'm just like chilling in front of someone's house. I'm wearing my Free Britney shirt. It's really hot. But I just had to come on here and talk about what just happened in court with the Britney Spears trial because, by the way, I'm Ryan, if we've never met. It's been a month, so I'm basically a stranger at this point. But for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Ryan. I love Britney Spears. I don't know why. I've loved her since I was a little kid, and it's just been a weird love in my life. Like, it's kind of the most genuine love I've ever experienced. I don't really love many things, but I love Britney Spears. People just think I'm obsessed with her music when I just love her. Britney has released so many fucking bangers. She has done the Lord's work for so long, and the bare minimum everyone can do is just fucking free Britney. Free Britney, bitch. I don't even know where this is gonna go. I just know that I need to talk about it because you guys are fucking telling me to talk about it. And I'm just gonna rant. I'm gonna talk some shit, and I'm gonna get some points across for everyone who lives under a rock and has zero clue who Britney Spears is or what's going on, because it's really serious and criminal. I don't care if you like Britney or not. That's not the point. The point of all of this is it's literally a human rights issue. So if you guys didn't know, Britney Spears has been in a conservatorship for the past 13 years. She had a mental breakdown in 2007, which was honestly due to everyone. This man is like gonna pull up right in front of me, which is like so mortifying. It's like illegal to face this direction, and he's doing it anyways. So if you guys didn't know, I'm just gonna keep filming as he faces me. This is so really mortifying. I feel like I should stop this. Don't know what's happening. I'm honestly scared for my life. Seriously staring me down, and it's really uncomfortable. Everyone in society was a part of her downfall. All the tabloids, all the media, which were so sexist in every way. Like, no one has been like mistreated by the media as bad as Britney. Society as a whole just fucking shit on her, and everyone just made a joke out of a mental health problem, which just in today's standards wouldn't slide. But if it wasn't for Britney, honestly, I don't even know if we'd be where we are now. The truck's leaving. Back in the day when you could actually make a living off being a paparazzi and exploiting people, that's what we got with Britney, and she had it the worst. She had like 70 paparazzi around her at all times. They wanted to document her worst moments because they wanted to get a lot of money from tabloids. Obviously, social media has killed tabloids at this point. Like, no one's really buying magazines, so there's not that much money to be made anymore from it, which is why you don't really see much paparazzi, unless, once again, you're Tana or the TikTokers who call it, which is honestly just cringy and offensive to people like Britney Spears, where the paparazzi are like the people who basically put her into this situation. She shaves her head because she was sick of everyone touching her. She was sick of being micromanaged, paparazzi filming every moment, every tabloid ripping her to shreds, and the only control she could take in that moment was to shave her head. So looking back now, it's honestly the most rational thought process when your life is so heavily controlled. And what would be like the biggest backstab to everyone who's profiting off you? Shave your fucking head. If you're a sex symbol, you shaving your head isn't gonna make you as sexy due to beauty standards. So there was that. But that got her put into this conservatorship. So 2 days ago, Britney spoke in court for like the first time ever in 13 years about her conservatorship. And the reason why it's a big deal is because for the past 13 years, she hasn't been able to talk about it. She's barely even been able to speak for herself. In interviews, interviewers can't even ask her like any questions unless it's like super surface level because they have to be pre-approved by all her managers. And even then, it's like her manager is like standing right next to her and not able to speak freely for herself because of her conservatorship. So this allows her dad, who she literally hates, she wants to sue him, she honestly probably wants him dead. He has all control. So imagine being a 39-year-old woman now, or man, doesn't matter, just put yourself in her shoes, having your fucking dad own everything about you. Her dad likes to call her a racehorse.
Can we go say hi to Mama?
What, boys?
No, Mama's working.
Puts her into the entertainment industry. 6 years old, whatever it is. She's been performing since that young. Your sole purpose is just to provide for your whole family and your father instead of him getting to work, bitch. In the conservatorship, you have like no rights. She has to ask permission to paint the fucking cabinets of her house, which he didn't allow. She has to ask permission for who she hangs out with. She has to get an allowance. So she's doing all these performances, but then not even getting the access to her money because her father is, this is really incredible. Because her father's in control of it all. All these people who are seeing that they can make so much money off her being in a conservatorship. Finally, Britney got to speak for the first time in court, which was a big deal because she was silenced for the past 13 years, to the point that the general public, I don't even think, knew she was still in a conservatorship, which, by the way, was made permanent a few years ago because she, quote unquote, has dementia. I don't know what fucking 25-year-old has dementia, but even if that were the case, I don't think it's fit for someone with dementia to have to go on world tours, have a Vegas residency, release a bunch of albums, and do all this shit because they're so mentally ill and incompetent. Just doesn't really make sense. So even though the conservatorship is supposed to be in her best interest, it's just very clear it wasn't.
She's got a court-appointed lawyer who clearly has not advocated for her. He's supposed to be a zealous advocate for her. The judge asked, well, what does Britney Spears think about this conservatorship? And he said, well, Your Honor, she's like a comatose patient who can't even sign a piece of paper to say what she wants. Well, Britney blew that out of the water today.
And Britney said this when she spoke, human trafficking. And I always thought people were crazy when they would talk about trafficking and Britney, because it just didn't really make sense. But when you really think about it, California, the court system, legally gave Britney away to her fucking dad and all these random ass business people. Britney has to do whatever they want, and if she doesn't, she gets put on lithium, which is like a very intense drug and makes her nauseous and vomit when people like to make fun of her and shit because she's sedated. I literally have so much to say that this is so unorganized, I'm sorry, but like she's just being set up to look crazy to everyone, to the general public. Everyone's like, yeah, she's fucking nuts, look at her Instagram, which, by the way, I don't even think she has rights to her Instagram, and if she does, then someone else is also editing whatever she's sending them. She doesn't do what they want. She's duped up against her will and locked away in a fucking mental hospital. They've done it now like 4 times. Her last Vegas residency she was supposed to have was cut short, and she was once again shoved for 3 months into a mental facility rehab. And it's literally like that Black Mirror episode with Miley, because the parallels are really too similar. After the court hearing, it's like, oh my god, this shit is actually happening, and it's terrifying because that once again can happen to you, it can happen to me, and the California state is totally okay with it because allegedly, and most likely, people are being paid off because everyone is profiting from this except for Britney. Britney has to pay for her dad's lawyers. She has to pay Samuel Ingham. He sucks. He's a state-appointed lawyer. Britney's never been allowed to even hire her own lawyer and have a solid chance at getting out of this conservatorship. She's just not allowed to, apparently. I guess it's in the conservatorship. So she's losing all of her money having to fight her dad while also having to pay for her dad and his attorneys. He can hire the best because he's using his daughter's money, but Britney only gets a fucking allowance of probably like $2 a month. She's making millions, but once again cannot access it because that just makes so much sense to have her do all these performances when she's so mentally ill and just have all the profit go to the business managers, her dad, and just all these other skanks on the team who don't even fucking care that she is so miserable because they care for her. They just want her to be better and they want to like just keep her career going when the last thing she wants is even her career at this point. I highly doubt she even wants to work anymore. If I worked from age 3 till 39, I don't really think I'd want to work, especially when I'm not even getting the money that I fucking worked for. So let's just get into some of the shit she said in court. So if you didn't know, the doctor who claimed she has dementia conveniently died when he was supposed to appear in court a couple years ago, so that's great. It's all a little sus. But when Britney found out he died, she got on her hands and knees and thanked God. And if that doesn't tell you enough. So Britney said in court that the judge, her name's Brenda Penny, and if she doesn't pull through with this bullshit, then we're all fucked. I really urge you all to go listen to Britney's testimony. You can find it on YouTube. It was leaked, and Brenda Penny only cared about the audio being leaked. And Britney said she's so angry, it's insane, and that Brenda Penny made her feel like she was dead because the last time they talked 2 years ago, nothing happened. Has been in the same shit since then, and it hasn't gotten any better. If anything, it's been getting worse, she said. She cries every day. She's miserable. She said all she wants is to be able to drive in the car with her boyfriend and go hang out with one of her friends who lives 6 minutes away. But she can't, because she has to ask her dad, and says fucking no, apparently. She also couldn't get her nails painted during COVID, or her hair done while everyone continues to make fun of her. It's just like, she can't do anything! I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just so fucking angry that I can't even keep a train of thought because I could talk about this for fucking ever. My favorite part also was Britney's dad said all of this, the Free Britney stuff, when it started, was a conspiracy theory. The more we find out, it's the farthest thing from a conspiracy theory. And honestly, I thought I was gonna feel better when I got to actually hear what Britney had to say. Maybe it was all gonna be a lie, or maybe it's just not as bad as people made it out to seem. It was just gonna be one big mix-up, you know? And I literally felt worse. I had to listen to it twice sober. I had to force other people to listen to it. I then had to listen to it high, and then I cried. She also has an IUD in her body. She literally can't have kids if she wants to, and she does want to have more kids. She was sterilized, and she's asked to get that IUD out, and she was rejected, which is a human rights violation. So people are gonna be going to jail. It's gonna be really crazy. And I just don't know what the fuck's going on. But you might be wondering, how is this a human rights crime? And let me tell you, she's isolated, she's being controlled, they're controlling her capacity to reproduce without her consent, forcing her to work under inhumane conditions. She was forced to perform in Vegas with a 103-degree fever. You shouldn't even leave your bed with a 103-degree fever.
It's gonna be really, really hot up here, I'm warning you. You're about to pass out and I'm sick. So I have actually 102 fever right now.
But no, she was forced to perform. And if she didn't, she would be drugged up. So, isn't that just fucking lovely? Britney also said that anyone involved in this conservatorship who played a key role in punishing her should be in jail. She wants to sue her entire family for letting this happen to her and for allowing it to happen. She said her father loves the control, power hungry, and letting these people drug her up, put her in mental facilities, and just, I don't even know. I can't even articulate my thoughts on it. I just can't even believe it's real. It's just so fucked up. And the fact that the judge didn't immediately end this conservatorship, at least temporarily, so that a proper investigation could go through. But no. Nothing happened, and Britney had to go back to her fucking home after this. Right now, who knows what is happening to her, which is the scariest part. She was re-released to her fucking handlers. She could be in another fucking mental hospital for all we fucking know. So her even coming forward was groundbreaking. I'm shocked that she got to speak for the first time. Because you also have to keep in mind that she has 2 kids that she barely has custody over, and I honestly think she's been playing the long game because she's played along with all these restrictions for the past 13 years, did what everyone's wanted, which is have her keep performing, have access to nothing, and pretend you're happy. And she's put on the show because she's always thought it was gonna end, and she has to walk on eggshells because she fears, obviously, losing further custody of her kids, because her kids even have a restraining order against her fucking dad because he tried to attack one of them. He beat a door down. They have a restraining order against him, which also affects her visiting rights because she's under her dad's. I don't fucking know. Her kids are all she has. She doesn't even fucking like her family. She wants to sue them all. I really don't know if Britney would be here if she didn't have her kids, because I really think they're the main reason she's still here. Thank God. And the people are like,
but she should be in a conservatorship because maybe she is mentally ill.
It's no fucking shit. Who isn't these days? Half of America is, but no one else is in a conservatorship.
Well, maybe she needs the conservatorship because if she gets out of it, she'll spend all her money.
If I make money, I'm allowed to fucking spend it. I could mismanage my money and fucking buy 40 puffs and shove them all in my pocket. But at the end of the day, that's my money to spend. It's not up to my fucking father. So if she wants to blow through 60 million, fucking let her. That's literally her right. I don't think the better option is to let all the handlers and her fucking dad and Jamie Lynn Spears and Lynn Spears party during COVID, go on little trips and flights back and forth to LA while Britney can't even leave her fucking house or hang out with someone 6 minutes away or drive with her boyfriend or even drive her own car. No, she can't do that. Put her on the fucking drugs though. We'll spend your money for you because we are here to just help you.
Literally just all them.
Oh, also, to go back on the dementia, the whole 20-minute testimony she gave was very clear what she wanted, what's been going on with her, and I'm sure it's also much worse, but it's very clear she doesn't have dementia. She's stating what happened in a very storytelling way. How could someone with dementia go on to perform Vegas shows and world tours and album releases? Like, there's an actress named Rose McGowan who said that all of this is just showing that you are disposable and the elite can own you. Like when people say you sell your soul to the devil, like these people are making so much money that they own you. They're little puppeteers and they can just forever take advantage of you. And there's so many issues in that industry. And I feel like there's so much more to come, so many more stories, which is horrifying. But it all started with like Harvey Weinstein. And I think now Britney coming forward for the first time ever is really just showing how corrupt and dark that industry is. And the same shit has happened to Michael Jackson, and we all saw what happened with that. With Judy Garland, Marilyn Monroe, like, we gotta free Britney, bitch. I am so sick of this. Also, fuck Jamie Lynn Spears. She's useless. She's also living off Britney's money. She's just a wannabe.
Because I have nothing to gain or lose either way. This situation does not affect me either way.
Thanked her dad on Father's Day. She was like, thank you so much, Daddy. You are my Lord and Savior. It's like, fuck you, Jamie Lynn. You had one job. You can't even stand up for your sister. You're useless. Lynn Spears, I think she's pretty useless. Who the fuck names their daughter Jamie Lynn when the dad is Jamie and the mom is Lynn? Jamie Lynn? Thank God Britney got an original name. But after this all, I really do hope she goes through with suing all of them, like she said. And she has so much more to say. She literally is gonna expose that whole fucking industry, and I can't fucking wait. But I'm also like terrified, and I hope she's safe. And I want the FBI to get involved and investigate. I just want her to be safe because I really don't want a target on her back. But it's just so much worse than we all thought. And she's always hinted about it in her music. You can't become that successful and be a dumbass. She's not a dumb bitch. She is a genius, hinting in interviews as much as she could. Maybe hinting on her Instagram, but like I said, I kind of don't believe her Instagram's even her. But at the end of the testimony, one of the father's lawyers chimed in and they're like, I think it's in Britney's best interest to keep this information private, trying to like do something for Britney, like everyone does. Everyone's acting like they're doing something in her best interest. And thank fucking God, Britney said, you guys all exploited my ass for the past fucking 20 years. I don't want this all being hidden from the public. You guys are just trying to cover up your fucking mess. Like they always do. Just shut her up, keep her silent, but keep her performing, thank fucking God, while they all get to keep having the control. The whole conservatorship is illegal from the start because Britney never even got a fighting chance. Like if someone tried to put me in a conservatorship, I'm supposed to get like a fucking notice so that I can hire my own attorney to, you know, not get put in a fucking conservatorship. Britney wasn't even given a notice. She was just fucking put in it. And then it was made permanent. So that's illegal, and the court can't even do that. So I don't even know how that fucking happened. That was somehow slid under the rug. But also her lawyer, the fucking shitty ass court appointed lawyer, never even told her that she could petition to terminate the conservatorship. It's like, you had one fucking job, you dumbass. You had one job. Useless. Literally so many people are gonna go to jail. It's fucking insane. And I literally can't wait for that day. I'm gonna have the biggest party and it's gonna be amazing. And we're only gonna listen to Britney Spears. I just wanna hug her. Don't even need to speak. Don't even need to say anything. I just wanna hug her. Also, she's done the nicest shit. So much charity. Like, she's actually a nice, humble person. Literally just wants to drive in her boyfriend's car and get her nails done. But no, they publicly set her up because they want her to look insane. Obviously, it's part of the goal so that they can continue the conservatorship because, for example, her lawyer gets $10K a week. Her dad gets, I think, like $30K a month just owning her. There's so much money to be made off of this where they want to keep it going as long as they can. The court system isn't perfect, and unfortunately there are shitty judges out there. It's a big morality thing where people are forgetting that this is another human. She isn't just a fucking pop star. She isn't just an icon. She isn't just Britney Spears. At the end of the day, she's not a girl. Not yet a woman. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, they publicly set her up. They send her to therapy where they know there's gonna be paparazzi filming her as she leaves therapy crying. And also she can't fucking trust anyone. She said this in her testimony. She doesn't trust anyone. Why would she? Everyone's been in the fucking game against her from the beginning because there's so much money to be made off of her. Like I said 40 fucking times. For example, she was cursing when speaking about her conservatorship to her lawyer because I think a normal person who has been enslaved to their dad for 13 years would not speak very highly of the conservatorship. Like, why would she be like, I love this conservatorship. You guys have been helping me out so much. This has been really the best 13 years of my life. I love having no fucking rights, barely any access to my kids, and I love paying for all of you to live your lives and make so much money off me, have me keep performing, and then I get like a little set allowance. Like, I can't even like drive with my fucking boyfriend, or my own car, or have kids, or boat, or anything. I can only sit in my fucking house alone. Cool. Thank you. I really appreciate this. So, of course, her shitty-ass lawyer goes to her dad because, you know, when you're having a court battle, you would really hope that the person who's supposed to be standing up for you would go to the opposite side and tell them everything you're saying. And he told them how she was dropping an F-bomb. Fuck. Do you like that, Samuel Ingham? Fucker. Dropped an F-bomb, and that she is a hazard to her kids. And her just cursing and talking negatively about the conservatorship affected more visitation rights with her children. It's, like, disgusting. People literally are just have zero morals. Like, no morals. Like, I don't even know. Can't form the words because I think it's just actually so evil. And disgusting. Evil and disgusting, evil and disgusting. I'll say it 30 more times because I can't articulate what I'm trying to say, but power-hungry, disgusting assholes who don't even care about the humanity or soul of Britney Spears and just want to continue to profit off her no matter how miserable, how depressed she is, because at the end of the day, they're going to make another $10K a week because it's working in their favor. I just can't wait for them to go rot in prison for a very long time and then burn in hell. Am I gonna get demonetized? I don't even think this is a hate crime. I am just speaking facts. I can't even speak anymore about it. I already talked too much about too much. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Just too much about too much. I could literally go on for hours, but the only thing I want you to do is, I'll link it below, but please listen to her testimony because it's actually really fucking sad and scary and so well spoken. She said, I think that everyone forgets that they work for me, not the other way around. So yeah, anyways, I love you. Please give this video a like, do your research, free Britney bitch, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Love ya. Britney has released so many fucking bangers. She has done the Lord's work for so long, and the bare minimum everyone can do is just fucking free Britney. Free Britney, bitch.